Guys, we are back for another episode of Solekted TV. We're whizzing through season 3. Trust me, I'm feeling. I know it's nearly coming to an end this season, but you know we're going through it. We've got another amazing guest in the seat today. Of course, the absolutely the sweetest. We've got Shivani here with us today. How are you, hon?
I'm actually really good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm tired. Typical. We're filming on a Sunday today, so I'm definitely in Sunday mode, trying to get out of it. But I know you always come with good energy, good vibes. So Shivani, of course, selected a show for everyone. Yeah. A show where we talk about the one thing that we absolutely love, kicks, of course. So of course, I ask everyone, tell us about yourself and how did you get into sneakers?
So my name is Shivani Kanodia. And obviously, I got into sneakers almost, I would say, like 10 to 12 years ago when I was in school back in India.
Oh, nice.
But I never really had the access to purchase them.
Yeah.
One of my first shoes were actually Reebok. So comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I can never ever say that I will not like Reebok.
Yeah.
But they were my go-to shoes. Mm-hmm. And then obviously started getting into more like Flynet from Nike side,
yeah.
Ultra Boost and everything else from Adidas. And I think that's how I started going.
Okay.
I actually came to UK 6 years ago for my undergrad, of course. And then my mum came along with me.
Yeah.
The most funniest thing is, my mother got me into sneakers, and today she doesn't like me collecting them. So that's where I have been. But she was the one who made me purchase. Like, she got me 5 pairs of sneakers when she couldn't get it, when she couldn't afford it. You know, it's going that extra mile for your kid that you're in a foreign country. Meant so much to me, and it all started from there. They were not at all a hype pair or whatsoever. Air Maxes, Air Harachis. I love them. I still have them in my collection, and they mean so much to me.
No, of course.
So those were how I got started, and that's how I'm into all the shoes now. So,
amazing. Yeah. So you spoke about coming to the UK for your undergrad.
Yes.
So and I know obviously we've met through like the scene and being at events together and such. When would you say you kind of discovered the scene or the community of like sort of sneakerheads when you came here?
So, obviously, back at home, I didn't feel like I was able to be a part of it or accepted, if that makes sense. You weren't supposed to be validated by other people. Never understood that whole concept. I was a teenager back then, so it went all over my head. You're supposed to wear, like, hype clothes, big branded stuff. Maybe that's when you're included in a group. But when I came here, I used to stay in, obviously, student accommodation. And I started seeing people wearing a lot of, like, Yeezys and stuff. I was like, even I have my Yeezys 50 butters, you know. That's the first time I actually picked them up from India.
Okay.
And I got into shoes from there, started seeing Bathing Ape.
Yeah.
Of course, them doing the similar thing like Air Forces.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, now that's a bit different.
Yeah.
But before that, I was always into sneakers. I just never were able to collect them.
Yeah.
So when I came to the UK, I saw a whole new world. And I was like, oh, now is my chance to get started. So I did exactly that.
Okay, cool. So it's been a few years for you, would you say? Like,
yeah, definitely.
In terms of like being, I guess, within a community or meeting different people.
Definitely 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So yes,
okay. Nice. So I know you mentioned that Reebok was like one of your first pairs that you can kind of remember, and you know the comfort, and I completely agree. Was there a particular silhouette in terms of the Reeboks that were like your go-to?
It was like the classic one.
Yeah.
And they were solid from the bottom. I can't remember the name. I used to sometimes wear them when I used to go to school or like play football.
Just like the Reebok Classics? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not wrong. But I used to have the black one.
Yeah.
I've gone through the black ones at least like 3 to 4 times.
Really?
The insanity of it. But I love them. You know, once you break into Reebok, they will always be that the shoe.
Yeah.
People don't understand. They're so underrated in the game,
Yeah.
If they pull up their game, like... New Balance is doing lately, everyone's going to be hopping on them.
Yeah, no, it's true. No, I completely agree with that. I think with Reebok, I think it must have been, I want to say like, maybe like 09, 10, I had a massive like obsession with like, their Reebok freestyles.
Oh yes, I've seen.
You know, they came in like rainbow colour. I had every colour there was, from the pinks to the yellows to the orange. I had all of them. I absolutely love Reebok for the comfort, so I completely agree. I think it's still, even nowadays, quite underrated a little bit. I think other brands try as much to take the shine, but I think comfort game, they've always been, you know, up there. Definitely agree with you on that.
Thank you.
So of course, Shivani, a tradition, we're keeping with traditions as always. I can already see it. I don't know how many times I have to say this, guys, but I feel like every episode, but it's like, I don't know if you guys are watching and seeing, and it's like every episode, it's like it almost kind of goes up a level with these special pairs, guys. We're gonna get you, Shivani, as always, to talk about your special pair. So I'm gonna get you to grab a pair of the. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna get her to talk about it. So tell the audience, of course, why you've bought this pair, what pair this is, and why it's special to you.
So firstly, this is the pair which is done by Lorenzo, one of the greatest people on this planet, in my opinion, to be very fair.
Yeah.
Very young, talented artist. He only bought 100 pairs of these, obviously. So I have one of the 100 pairs.
That's
and
crazy.
It's also signed. And I have my box, my chocolate, and even the golden ticket signed. So I'm very grateful for that. This is the Volcano Air Max 95. I know how much Air Max 95 have contributed to London, to the UK game.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful to be owning one of these pairs. The fact that he did it for retail price,
Crazy,
very mad. Like, I loved it. The whole scene that day was just magical. I just couldn't believe I even got the golden ticket. When FD gave me the chocolate, I was like, maybe I would have a ticket. Maybe I won't.
You always hope.
Yeah.
I guess, and you obviously, I know that day there were so many people out.
Yes, definitely.
And you're just wondering, like, I wonder who's gonna get it. And you never think, you know, when you never think it's you, and then it's you, and you're like, hold on a minute, like, you must have. How did that feel, opening up that and seeing that you had the golden ticket?
To be very fair, we were just running around Tottenham Court Road.
Yeah.
I was there since morning.
Yeah.
Everyone is just like following one another, this and that.
Yeah.
And I had a gut feeling, like, just go with what my gut is saying, don't follow the crowd.
Yeah.
And then obviously I was with one of my community friends, Esther.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with her, like, we were there.
Yeah.
And her and I saw like a few people going around outside the area.
Okay.
We went there, yeah. We started following. We saw a few people with the camera. And when I spotted the Friends and Family Edition Lorenzo jacket, that's when I was like, oh, I think I know where they're going.
Yeah.
And I took Esther with me, and that's exactly the spot that Lorenzo revealed.
Oh,
and then he said, like, yes, this is the place. And I was like, oh my God,
that's
I'm so
amazing.
happy. So our ticket number was like 35 or between 39. So her son, of course, and myself, we all three got the golden ticket.
Oh, wow.
We opened it in Pret, right across like Tottenham Court Road.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you, after I came out from the Pret and I had the golden ticket in my hand, I called my mom and I was crying. I said, this is going to be my first pair of the year.
Oh my God.
This is for the 2018 Shivani, who thought that she couldn't make something out of herself in a community, that she never felt accepted back at home.
Yeah.
And today, being able to purchase it with my own money and everything else, it meant the absolute world to me.
That is amazing.
So that's literally my story with it. And the fact that FD gave me the chocolate, it was literally like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for me.
Yeah.
But I understand, you could have had the golden ticket, you couldn't.
Yeah.
I was ready for either of the scenarios.
Yeah.
But when FD gave it, honestly, I think he's legit. He's
Yeah.
a god, He made sure that I had the golden tickets in some way. So, like, shout out to FD, because he himself did the whole run thing as well.
Oh, wow.
He saw it, right? And he was interviewing people. He interviewed Lorenzo as well.
Yeah.
He has been one of the goats in the game. He's so underrated for what he contributes to the culture, as well as we have Lorenzo, who contributes so much to the culture.
Yeah.
It's those little things that people don't understand, but this is what makes the culture.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
that's the story,
No, definitely big ups to that. And
thank
it's so weird because, like, this season I've spoken about, like, Air Max 95. It's come up quite a bit because I don't often see it being, like, a silhouette that is necessarily so popular with, like, women. So even the fact that your special pair that you brought is a 95, I said 9 to 5, special pair that you bought is 95, is really, it's really kind of like testament to what we've kind of been talking about this season, and even just to have it be a signed version, and obviously Lorenz, super talented. Absolutely agree with that special pair. Like I said, everyone keeps leveling up with these special pairs. It's like, I'm gonna stop because I started going into like, oh, which one do I prefer? Oh, this is my favorite, or that. And now I'm like stuck because you guys are just completely blown it out of the water. But what a pair! Have you worn them yet? Have you broke them in?
I've actually wore them once or twice. One of the time was at the Offspring Air Max quiz night.
Okay.
I think that's the first time I wore them, if I'm not wrong. And so comfortable.
Yeah.
I walked with them out of the house, in the tube station, all the way to Offspring.
Yeah.
No regrets.
No regrets.
So comfortable.
Yeah.
This shoe goes with everything and more.
Yeah.
I think people might think tie-dye or like doing DIY projects at home is very easy. It takes a great man to do it with this precision.
Yeah,
like,
no, absolutely.
to know what colors to go and what.
No, absolutely.
It doesn't have to be a friends and family pair, but the fact that his work, and I own one of his work with my money, I really appreciate having this in my collection. This is why it's my special pair.
What a pair.
It's what the man has done, to be fair. You've seen his other pairs.
Yeah,
as
no,
well,
absolutely,
right? So,
yeah.
definitely.
No, that project was wow. I'm still wowed when I see, you know, people bring up the pairs and even just seeing this as well. I wouldn't yet to see it like in hand. So this is my first time seeing it in hand. Like before we started filming, guys, I was like, when you brought it out, guys. But yeah, no, to see it, like, yeah, I completely, like I said, I'm not going to comment any more about what my favorite is this season. Just saying, but that is definitely up there. So another conversation I always kind of have here and there when I'm just trying to gauge what kind of pairs people are into. I think like when I like see you out and events and stuff like that, I think you're quite an all-rounded kind of person in terms of like your variety. So I'm always interested to kind of find out, like, I know that there's pairs that we have that, you know, everyone naturally is like, yeah, I'm going to love it. Or it might be a hype pair or something like that. You know, a common pair that everyone's going to love. Like, I'm yet to hear anyone, you know, talk badly about any kind of Travis or things like that. So I want to know, just because, you know, why not? I want to know, are there like sort of, if we think about three, so your kind of top three pairs in your collection that are more so underrated. So not your favorites, but more the ones that you love because, you know, you bought them because you love them, but you don't necessarily hear most people also like them.
So one of the first would be the brown pair of Air Max Travis.
Okay.
I love Air Maxes.
Yeah.
I don't have the biggest collection in the world, but touch wood, one day I hope I truly do.
Yeah.
But Air Maxes are so comfortable.
Yeah.
All kind of Air Maxes. Once you know how to break into them, you're able to do absolutely anything in them.
Yeah.
That's what I truly believe. The ones I do have, and one of them being the Air Max Travis, the brown pair, I think they're very underrated.
Really?
Yeah.
I know when like they did the whole left or right thing. So that was if anyone that got their pair through Offspring, they did the whole left and right, didn't they? So there were so many, you know, us in the comments typing away like, oh, I think it's left, I think it's right, I think it's this, I think it's that. So I think at the beginning, I think everyone actually wanted the brown pair because I chose right, which ended up being like the golden yellow pair. I love them as well. I think that there's such a nice. Funny enough, I'm not, and I always say I'm not the biggest Air Max 1 person. I like them. I like some of the colours that have come out. But I'm not the biggest Air Max 1 person. But with those, I did really like. I don't know, something about the design and having that kind of Travis design on the Air Max 1. I just wanted to kind of see, you know, what that would kind of look like. So I thought more people would gravitate into the brown pair than they were the sort of golden yellow pair. But I do understand at the same time that they're not a pair that initially everyone jumped at, like they did with like Patta, for example. So yeah, that's an interesting choice. Do you feel like I don't really see too many people wearing them now? Is that why you think it's underrated?
Yes, you know how you have pairs that come out for a period of time and people just hop onto it.
Absolutely.
And after that, people just forget just because you've bought it, you've kept it in your collection. If you don't wear that pair often, or if you do maybe on your special occasions or whatever it may be, you know what that pair actually contributes to your collection, to your stories that you write in them.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm that type of person who loves history about sneakers, the materials and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think it's what built that foundation for me as a sneakerhead.
Yeah.
I love being a sneakerhead because my shoes bring me a sort of comfort. I write new stories in each one of them whenever I wear them. And I think one of the stories I always have is I get to wear almost all of them around my mother whenever I see her, whatever I go back home. And I think I cherish those memories so deeply that I think that's how I will always love all my sneakers 100%. Never less than that. So yeah.
No, absolutely. I think, with whether people like the pairs I have, don't like it, like you said, it's about your story. And like there's always a story with like how you got it, like even just the story you told about the Lorenz pair. And it's like, with any pair, there's going to be a story behind it that makes that pair special to you, or why you feel like, despite whether people love it or not, I love it. Like, it's your own journey. Is there any other pair? Like, so if we're looking at like sort of your 3 underrated, so we've got the Travis Air Max 1, so the brown pair. Any other pairs you have that you feel are underrated?
It's the orange pair from Air Max Patta.
Okay.
I love them.
Okay.
That whole collaboration, the whole line. I don't have all of them.
Yeah.
And I still hope to have it one day.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And probably one of the funniest thing is, just like my Futura on my feet, my Travis Air Maxes and my Patta, the Air Max ones that I got, they were all from the Nike app.
Really?
From the sneakers
Lucky.
app, yeah.
Guys, when does that happen? I'm furious, but I'm happy for you. But I'm furious. Like, when does that happen?
It's like once in a blue moon is when the app actually like grants me something.
Honestly, you must have a stroke of luck. I'm gonna have to take some of that energy. So with the Pattas, do you also find them underrated? The Monarchs?
No. In general, I find them underrated when it comes to like making sure you're getting the most wear out of them.
Okay, yeah.
I feel they are the type of pair that I would want to see everybody wear like every other week.
Yeah.
They're so comfortable, easy to break in, easy to style in my opinion. That orange is a beautiful shade of orange,
it's lovely.
I understand why Nike came out with that shade.
Yeah.
It looks so good on any color you wear. You
Yep.
cannot tell me a single color that will not look good with that shoe.
Yeah, no, they are
like
nice.
it makes it pop out. I wore a grey tracksuit kind of a thing on them. Oh my god, I actually did not expect it to look that good. So you know what power the shoe holds when it's so good. I know it has other colorways, the blue one, the black.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think I have a personal story with the orange pair because I also was able to get one for my mum. So her and I twin in that.
Yes, getting mummy a pair. We love that.
And she walks into it. She's erected and I love it. She's a proper user of sneakers.
Aww.
Like, I know my mum doesn't understand a lot about like sneakers, the material or the history or the collaboration. She's a typical Indian mother.
Yeah.
But honestly, I swear on my god, my mum, she's the greatest human being. As soon as I saw her wearing the Pattas, it brought tears into my eyes because I was like, seeing a woman who raised me single-handedly with alongside my elder brother, of course. And to be able to give you back something that means so much to me, and to see it on your feet just made my heart like so happy. So that orange pair is underrated because I don't know how people are able to create their stories with them or like wear them as much as they want. But I find myself wearing them every so often and I enjoy them.
No, absolutely. And you know, I'm team wear your trainers. Like if you love it, wear it. I think with that pair as well, that being the first one that came out of the whole wave, it was like, that was the pair that I think cemented the whole, although a lot of the other colours are nice. I actually got the Aquanoise one, so the blue pair. So I unfortunately didn't get my hands on the Monarchs. But I personally think that that's one of my favorite ones of the whole wave, and it being, like I said, the first one, it was like everyone was chasing after that color, and really, really nice pair. And I do wish as well that more people wore it. I think, again, not being a massive Air Max 1 person, I still find that that's one of the few Air Max 1s that I think, these are, you know, if I was really into Air Max 1s, these are the ones I would always kind of gravitate to, you know? So, no, completely understand in terms of the underrated. So, those are really interesting underrated pairs, but I think I agree with you in a sense of like, they're underrated because people have now moved on to the next hype and the next like whatever's kind of out, and I guess sometimes forgotten about those kind of pairs, or you know, sometimes people are quite, you know, precious with their pairs and holding on to it and not wanting to wear it and making sure, you know, keeping it as fresh as possible for forever and ever. We know it's not going to be like that forever. But you want to get the most out of it, of course. So I'm going to keep advocating for that. So yes, I'm loving that you're also like that as well. Just enjoy the trainers, guys. Just enjoy it. So yes, Shivani. We introduced a game this season. So this season we introduced a game called This or That. So of course, there's so many that we've had on the show so far had some really interesting answers about what they prefer about stuff. But of course, I'm gonna put you up to the challenge if you're up for it.
Of course.
I'm just gonna, for those that don't understand the rules of This or That, I'm gonna fire a few options, just a couple of comparisons, and you're just gonna tell me which one you prefer.
Okay.
Up for the challenge?
Yes, let's do it.
Cool, let's go. Guys, if you agree with what Shivani's choosing, please get in those comments. If you don't agree, equally get in those comments respectfully. But yeah, let's get started. So first one I'm going to go with is the Aleli May Jordan 1 Zoom Califia. I can never say that, guys. Califia. Or Tiana Taylor A Rose from Harlem Jordan 1 Zooms.
The Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor's.
Yeah.
Someone bought that this season as actually their special pair. Shout out to L Sneaks. Yeah, really, really nice pair. Next one I've got is the Yeezy 700 Wave Runner or the Yeezy 350 Zebras.
It has to be the 700.
700s, yeah. Is there really a trainer that's going to beat the Wave Runners, guys? I think we need I think we need to just exactly. Our reaction says it all, guys. Just saying. Cool. Next one I've got is the Jordan 1 Wash Pink. So that's the Jordan 1 High Wash Pink, or the Jordan 1 Bubblegum / Atmosphere.
Honestly, yeah, bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
Yeah.
Next one I've got is the Ben & Jerry's SB Dunk Chunky Dunkies, or the Travis SB Dunks.
Ooh, very tough one.
I know. I had to throw a curveball in there, always, guys.
But as much as I respect the Travis Dunks,
Yeah.
you can't beat the Ben & Jerry.
Yeah, those
Sorry.
are. The one I've got is, and this is going to be an interesting one because you've mentioned both, and including your special pair, Air Max 1s or Air Max 95s.
Very, very tough. Even though these are in my top 3 for all sneakers of all time, Air Max 1s.
Air Max 1s?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Next one I've got is Asics or New Balance.
I definitely think I would go more towards New Balance, but if you ask me in December, maybe it's going to be Asics.
Okay, that you sound a bit split decision there, but New Balance for now?
Yes, definitely.
Cool, we'll go with New Balance. Cool.
Yeah.
Next one I've got is Nike Cortez or Nike Vomero.
Nike Cortez, yeah.
Nike Cortez?
Yes.
Cool. Next one I've got, again, one that you've mentioned, and we've got the J Balvin Sunsets or the J Balvin Rios.
I've seen the Rios.
Okay.
They look so beautiful. The black on them is just smashing.
Yeah.
But I just can't get enough of the sunset.
The sunset. I agree with the sunset. I think I would gravitate more to that than... I'm not necessarily an all black trainer person, to be honest. I love my colours, guys, as you know. So yeah, I agree with that. I'm going to go with the sunset on that as well. Next one I've got is the Jordan 1 Yellow Taxis. Don't ask where I got that from.
Okay.
Sorry, that on someone's page. Or the Nike Dunk Low Brazils.
Definitely the taxis.
Yeah.
It's one of those pairs of Air Jordan 1s that I was like, when I saw it, I need to have it.
And last but not least, eBay in terms of sneakers, eBay or StockX.
eBay is really strengthening on the part of authentication, and verification, etc. I think it gives consumer more power over like, if this is a pair and if it's legit, I want to purchase it by eBay and not any other thing.
I agree with that. I think eBay are definitely coming through the ranks and have really kind of taken top position in that whole sort of resale arena. But yes, that was your this or that, Shivani.
Oh,
Absolutely. I would say I agreed with some of these with you. But guys, did you agree with Shivani and some of her this or that? Let me know. Get in those comments. Just in terms of projects and stuff like that, I know one thing that I spotted that you did was the whole Converse campaign. Like when I saw this picture, I was like, oh my god, Shivani's in there, oh my god, like it was so like everything, it was so aesthetically, it was amazing. Do you want to just talk to us about like how did you kind of come about doing that campaign with Converse?
So obviously Sneaker Sisterhood, I've been going to their events for the last 2-3 years. So blessed. They are literally what you say. They bring women together, ladies, girls, everyone together. They unite them in a manner that I've not seen any other community do. Like shout out to Sneaker Sisterhood. You have truly made UK a home for me in a way that I have not expected it to be, for the community you allow me to be a part of. And it's great to see all these wonderful, talented individuals.
Absolutely.
No offense to anybody, but these women are insanely creative, insanely talented, including yourself. You being here at this moment, being able to do your podcast and whatnot, like it's literally saying that when women uplift one another, you can achieve greater things than imagined.
Absolutely.
And I think Sister Sneakerhood definitely provides that to the community. And I think everybody who has been a part of that community will definitely agree with it. And I don't think I can be any more grateful for them to give me an opportunity. I'm a very shy person in the community.
Yeah.
I don't speak a lot. I'm just there. I'm just, doing
we're
my
just,
thing.
We're just there, yeah.
I just love collecting my sneakers and that's about it. So I know that I go to events, this and that. But when they approached me for the project, I was like, yes, 100%.
Yes,
I didn't think twice because it's their 4th year anniversary for Sneaker Sisterhood.
Yeah.
And then doing a collaboration with obviously Converse and then the Offspring thing alongside with it. I was like more than happy to help. I want absolutely nothing in return as long as you get. Honestly, when I walked in, I thought, I was going to be a part of just hold the shoe, this, that. I did not expect to model. I was so lost. I was like, are you sure you want me? Because I'm really short, I'm really tiny.
Don't say that. No.
And they said, no, we definitely want you. And then obviously we had Nat there as well, the beautiful Nat, and then all the other 3 co-founders. It just made me so happy. In that room, every single person on that team, the lovely ladies who did my makeup, my hair, everyone, and even the stylish, it was an all women's team.
Oh wow, I love that.
It made me so happy. I sent my mom a message immediately saying like, Ma, look, like it's an all females team. And my mom sent like so many thumbs up. It's saying that like little things that bring together. I know how much that project meant to the Sneaker Sisterhood.
Of course.
But what meant so much to me was being able a part of it. And entering a room full of talented women. Every single one of them. You cannot tell me they have not done enough for the community. They are right there. They take out their own personal time just like yourself and they do so much for women out there. Posting, this and that, giving shout outs. It takes a lot from a person to be able to do that. You should be able to give credit where it's due and to be able to be part of such a special project for themselves. Without a hesitation, I said yes because I know what it meant for them. 4 years is a very big thing.
It is
in a community where like people are fighting over other things, this and that. And I just look at that and I'm like, I get nothing but positive energy from this community. It's literally same with Offspring community. And I respect that so much. Anywhere where I feel I will get positive energy, I will be there. You do not want to be somewhere where you don't get good energy. By the end of the day, you got to protect yourself and your energy, right?
Absolutely.
And I think Sneaker Sisterhood throughout my being a sneakerhead journey, and they still are, teaching me things here and there. And I'm so grateful for it because it's unspoken things that matter so much. I'm in a foreign country with no family, living by myself. And that's what touches me so much. Like, honestly, in my heart, I feel women like yourself, obviously the co-founders of Sneaker Sisterhood and many other people from Offspring community, the females, you are doing the impossible. The one said when people were like, oh, they can't do it. No, you are doing it. You build that table. You are letting everybody equally sit with you. That, hats off. I don't think people are gonna be able to do that.
No, absolutely.
You have created the magic, and I think you all should get credit where it's due.
No, honestly, no, really, really appreciate that. And one thing that I definitely would say about Sneaker Sisterhood is they, absolutely agree with you in terms of bringing women from, I think, even amongst sort of their following and things like that. I myself have even connected with people from, from America, people around Europe. Like they've almost kind of found like a centralized place for all of the women. So I really, shout out to Sneaker Sisterhood for that, because you can definitely, in terms of like female collectives, they've definitely created that. And that's, like you said, I take my hat off. So I hope to see more of that with you, definitely. Absolutely love those pictures. If you haven't seen them already, make sure you check out Shivani's Instagram. We'll throw all of that in at the end, of course, guys. But absolutely loved it. And I know you had the event as well to kind of celebrate that. So really hope to see you in a lot more of that.
Oh no, thank you. I do appreciate that.
On that, do you have anything else in the pipeline? Anything interesting coming up? Anything fun?
As of now, I'm just supposed to keep quiet for the stuff that are just like here and there.
Okay.
But I think at the moment I'm just like waiting to grab a few pairs here and there. But that's sort of on my future plan. But sneakers first, and then like the rest follows.
And then the rest follow. She's not trying to give anything away, guys. But it's fine. I always try to squeeze little exclusives out there, but some people give me it, some people don't. So I guess we'll just have to watch this space.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I may add, for your first and second question, I think this is connected in my opinion.
Yeah.
A place where women feel safe.
Yeah.
To voice their opinion, as well feel physically safe to be present.
Yeah.
that's what makes the community united.
Of course.
And that for me was one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
I always looked for, I wouldn't say I looked for that safety.
Yeah.
But I want to always feel safe. Like I'm okay with saying my thoughts that, oh, maybe I don't like these sneakers, or maybe they just don't look that good on me, or I don't like, somewhere where people are not unnecessarily throwing comments.
Yeah.
And when they don't realize, they are sort of being hurtful towards the person, right? And you're always meant to be kind to one another, because you don't know what the person is going through.
No, absolutely.
So Sneaker Sisterhood being able to create that, of course, Offspring community being able to create that, it says a lot, because you will see on Offspring page, right, they have the newsletter and you keep going through it. There's so many other people that comment fun things on their Sunday discussion and stuff. It's so lovely to see women are allowed to say whatever they want.
Absolutely.
And nobody will say anything. Exactly. And I think that's where the powerful part comes from. When you said every woman is powerful, that's very true. And to be able to display that and to show it to the world unapologetically, I think that's great. Yeah.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with it. So well-rounded, you know? Like, guys, I didn't even have to say anything. She just summed it exactly what I was thinking. You've just kind of spit it all out. So I completely agree with that. And like I said, I think people like yourself are contributing to us women keep going. You're making us keep going, because without that encouragement from our fellow women as well, it's, you know, it's something that's like, I mean, there's self-motivation, and then there's that kind of support we get. And like I said, you've always been very supportive, and I've seen you be supportive of other, you know, groups and other sort of creative and talented people out there in the scene as well. So yeah, really, really, I guess thank you from me. And I'm sure everyone is also, you know, you're very recognized as someone that is very supportive of what people do in the scene, and just keep that energy. We're here for the positive energy, guys. Shivani, we've come to the end of your episode. I know it's been so much fun catching up with you, having a great conversation, and hopefully, obviously, everyone getting to know you. So we're going to continue with that. And so, of course, if you want to just share your socials with everyone, so make sure you guys follow Shivani and all of her social platforms. So if you want to share that with everyone.
I think the only place that I'm at the moment is Instagram. So it's _Shivani, SHIVANI, 29K. And then _ again. But yeah, that's me. You'll find a sneakerhead there.
No, nice and simple. I know we tend to have a list of different social medias. I can't even keep up with my own that I have. So nice and simple. Make sure you guys follow Shivani on Instagram. But guys, we have come to the end of another episode. Penultimate episode. We've got a little, just in terms of the finale, we got something very, very special coming, so make sure you guys look out for that. In the meantime, make sure you follow myself, CREPERELLA, your favorite host. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, follow the Solekted page on Instagram, and make sure you also follow CREPERELLA on TikTok. I'm trying to always remember the different socials I have. Did we agree with those this or that questions? Some of them, maybe, I don't know. But make sure, guys, that you like and subscribe and ring the notification so you never miss another episode. And we will see you on the next one. Peace.